Okay, I wanted to see this because in Randy's video, he said that what do you call it? He said that the Prime in the UK is in like a smaller can than it is here in America. So I had to come peep. I got to see what's going on. Shouts out.
From portion sizes to exclusive flavors, we wanted to find out all the differences between Prime in the US and
Oh my
the
God,
UK.
it is kind of smaller.
This is Food Wars.
Look at it compared to the size of the bottle. This one's like almost up to the top of the label, and this one's like barely up to the top. It's like barely up to the P on Prime. Oh my God. It's like a whole 2 inches taller. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're fat.
Let's start with Prime Hydration. In the UK, it comes in a 500 milliliter bottle. You can either buy this as a single bottle or as part of a 12-pack.
In the US, our hydration also comes in one size, the 16.9 fluid ounce bottle or 500 milliliters. You can get it options of one bottle, an 8-pack, which you did not get, sorry, the 12-pack, and a 15-pack variety.
Yeah, the variety packs are really big right now.
In the UK, comes in a 330 milliliter can. Just like Prime Hydration, this either comes as a single can or as part of a 12-pack.
330.
In the US, Prime Energy is a 12 fluid ounce can or 355 milliliters, and it comes in a single can, the 12-pack, and
it's not that bigger.
a 24-pack. In the US, our biggest Prime Hydration single item by volume is this, the 15 drink variety pack. Total fluid volume, 253.6 fluid ounces or 7,500 milliliters.
Our largest size is a 12-pack of bottles, which adds up to 6 liters of Prime, but that's still 20% less than the biggest size in America.
And if you're going energy drink, 24 cans of these energy drinks. This is 288 fluid ounces or 8,520 milliliters.
Our biggest Prime Energy item is again the 12-pack, but remember that our cans are slightly smaller than America's. A 12-pack of Prime Energy in the UK adds up to 3,960 milliliters.
Oh yeah, y'all are getting robbed. Now I realize why Homeboy was so mad that it was $2. Y'all are getting robbed. Give me my extra ounce, gang. I'm trying to get every ounce. Like, what's going on?
3.5% smaller than the biggest size in America.
Here are almost all of the exclusive Prime
Oh my God, he got the Dodgers
you
one.
can get in the US, you can't get in the UK.
And here are all the Prime drinks you'll find in the UK, but not in the US. There aren't any, sorry guys. There are currently 7 flavors of Prime Hydration available in the UK. However, all of them are available in the US.
So you guys don't have hydration sticks? Oh, that's crazy. I was seeing, they had I think they almost made that because it was easier to get the hydration sticks in the shelving space, because I see the hydration sticks everywhere. Like, you can find Prime hydration sticks more than you can find actually like the regular bottles of Prime. I've never seen those in my life. Wow. I got the glowberry sticks and the pink one. I got both of these in the kitchen. I want to say like right now, I think. I'm pretty sure.
As well, so none of them are actually
cap. I finished the glowberry. I still have some of these though.
Exclusive. That said, there are some subtle differences in ingredients when it's compared to the US, and also I've never had Prime before, so I want to try all of these, give you my thoughts, and maybe rank them as well.
Here are currently 3 of the 4 Prime hydration
The cherry
drinks
like freeze or whatever, that's the best one.
So
I don't care what anybody
lemonade,
says.
we got orange.
It's like the white and
we have
pink
this
bottle.
LA Dodgers flavor that might be just specific to Los Angeles.
I've never had
and
either
there's
of
a
those
grape
ones.
flavor couldn't get my hands on. Yeah. And here are all the other flavors you get in the US. Let's start down here. Lemon lime. I mean,
No,
this
where's
is
the
going
cherry
into
freeze,
after Gatorade
dude?
on this one. Wasn't it the first Gatorade flavor, lemon lime? Really sweet. Wow, that's really sweet. Ice pop.
They're
and also
all
this looks
sweet,
like they have
dude.
different names, but I grew up calling them bomb pops. I feel like I'm really tasting the cherry in this one. I think everyone who's tried these has said it. These are very sweet, but I mean, I'm kind of not surprised. I mean, it's marketed towards kids.
Another thing I wanted to point out is that I was able to find ice pop flavors both in the UK version and the US version. We're going to get more into ingredients a little bit later on, but I'll do a very quick taste.
Oh, look how the bottle is like, it's like rounded at the bottom.
And then we'll try the American version. The flavors are broadly the same, but the way that this one kind of like hits your taste buds, it's very different and it's really weird. When you consume a drink, obviously you want to feel like your thirst has been quenched. You take a sip and there's something in here that's like actually kind of like drying my mouth out almost. I think if I had to pick which one to prefer,
I feel like it's the
gonna be
coconut.
the UK's, and I'm not just saying that from bias.
Like tropical punch. Yeah, I'm not.
Yo, man up, dude. Come on, Joe.
All right, well, that's pretty embarrassing. Hope nobody's watching this. I do like that. No kidding, if they're getting progressively better as we go through them. Can't screw up orange.
You can. Orange is disgusting.
Yeah, this might be my favorite one. This
Wow.
is really good. And this doesn't feel as sweet as the other ones, or am I just getting used to it?
I hate orange.
Like how your eyes adjust to the dark, I think my tongue's adjusting to the sweetness. Of the many sports teams in the world that have some sort of deal with Prime, LA Dodgers is one of them. Yeah, I'm seeing people on eBay bidding a lot for these, so straight up, I don't know what flavor this is, but it's good. Do you want to try it?
Is it like mystery?
Is it too weird? I mean, we have a professional relationship. Oh no, I've gotten used to it. It's a good lemonade. As far as lemon flavored, not carbonated beverage, pretty good.
I was also able to get my hands on one of the American exclusives, the lemonade flavor. I'm interested to try this because the US and the UK do have slightly differing ideas of what lemonade is. Obviously in the UK, we consider generally lemonade to be like a carbonated, clear beverage, like a Sprite. Whereas in America, it's usually just kind of like lemon juice, sugar, and water combined.
It's a juice.
So
carbonated?
it does taste a bit like you've let like a Sprite kind of go flat. You can probably keep this one for the time being, guys.
Glowberry. It is supposed to glow in the dark. The label, not the beverage.
The label, not the beverage.
Yeah, I think that's the worst one. That's really weird. Metamoon? What is the vibe of this? What about this says like, oh, that's so refreshing. This tastes the way sunblock smells. Strawberry watermelon. All right, back to things I've heard of. No, this tastes exactly like gum, bubblicious, like one of those like really fruity ones. Yeah.
We're gonna start down this end with the glowberry flavor. Now I did have to Google this to see if
glowberries
like
were
actual berry or not. As far as I can tell, they are not. I think it generally refers to a berry flavor and also the fact that the bottle is supposed to glow in the dark. I think we should put that to the test. Charlie, hit the lights.
Do it.
Not really glowing, is it? My first taste of Prime. And it's not.
I wonder if the bottle has to be empty. I don't know. I've seen it glow in the store before.
Flavor.
Like when it's like really far back on the shelf.
Strawberry watermelon.
I wonder if it like takes a while to glow. I don't know how that works.
I like that. The flavor I get from that is almost more like a kind of blue Powerade type flavor. According to the label, the ice pop flavor is supposed to taste like cherry, lime, and blue raspberry. Yeah, I mean, so far the vibe I'm getting is that they just taste kind of artificial fruit. But I think in terms of like balancing the flavors, this one's done a pretty good job so far. Maybe the most delicately balanced flavor of the lot. Next up, we've got Meta Moon. Obviously, I don't know what the moon tastes like, and I don't know what the meta tastes like right now either. If there were a Food Wars meta, yellow number 5 would be S tier right now. Label just says this is candy flavored, which doesn't fill me with confidence, because like, which candy? Tastes like Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg is crazy.
No. Like at least these ones have had like a fairly identifiable fruity flavor, whereas this one is just kind of like generic sweet thing. Then we're on to blue raspberry, and one thing that's immediately stuck out to me is the color. I think I was actually expecting this to be like a more bright blue color, but it's actually just kind of white. It's quite a gentle blue raspberry. I want a bit more acidity from that, I think, but it goes down very smoothly. I do feel like I'm giving Prime way too much credit here. I'm swilling it around in a glass like I'm a sommelier.
Is it sommelier or sommelier?
Maybe if we had a decanter, I could pour it out, let it breathe a little bit. I'm drinking too much Prime. I'm going to be hydrated as hell. I'm getting hopped up on Prime. I need to go do like a celebrity boxing match or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Joe, you down? You and me in the ring.
More hyped up on Mountain Dew.
I actually don't know who'd win that. Who'd win the fight between me and Joe?
Joe? What do you mean?
Charlie backs me.
Harry.
What? Ain't no way, bruh.
His vibe is very like, they're really like always just like calm and reserved or whatever, but that kind of like, that sarcasm that they have over there, to me says that they're like, something's going on underneath the surface that they're suppressing. So Harry strikes me the type of guy that if he got like into a fight, he would like, just like black out and then come to at like in the middle of a field at midnight with a shovel covered in blood with a corpse in his trunk. I'll box him as long as it's supervised.
Moving swiftly on from...
He explained that perfectly.
Next up, we've got Tropical Punch Prime. Woo. So while I was out in the US recently, I was able to try Hawaiian Punch, and that's basically exactly what I'm getting from this. And then finally, we've got the lemon lime flavor. Of all of these flavors, this is the one that tastes the most like it's supposed to. If I had to rank them, I think I'd do it in the following order. I think my least favorite, probably Meta Moon right in the middle here. Meta Moon is down there. I think with Ice Pop, they've just tried to combine a bunch of flavors that don't necessarily work together very well. So I think it's actually gonna be my second to last. I think Blue Raspberry is going to come next for me, and they lose points because I didn't even try and color it. I think next is going to be Glowberry. The bottle didn't really glow, so maybe leave it in the sun for a bit longer if you're going to try that at home. I think next up we're going to have Tropical Punch. My number 2 is Lemon Lime, which means that my number 1...
Oh, they're wildin'. My number 1, Blue Raspberry, then Ice Pop, then the straw. Actually, my new number 1, the Cherry Freeze Junk, then the Ice Pop, then Blue Raspberry, then Ice Pop, then the Strawberry Watermelon. 100%. All the other ones can suck a dick.
Strawberry Watermelon.
My favorite's the orange. In second place, I like the Dodgers flavor. Actually, I didn't think about it. I'm gonna go here, yeah. The lemon is good.
He did have more of a reaction to the lemonade.
Yeah, lemon lime. These were all like, I'd grab any one of these. These 3, I say skip.
A little bit of flavor tweaking or balancing might go a long way. I think with some of these, you wanted like maybe a bit more tang to them, a bit more acidity. Maybe dial back the sweetness on 1 or 2 as well. I don't know if I would necessarily pick a Prime over a classic energy drink like a Powerade, but I do think in general, if I wanted a sports drink and I went into a store and this was all they had, I think I'd still be happy to buy one. Like, they're all fine and they kind of do that same job. Next up, let's take a look at Prime Energy.
Okay.
Now, while the Prime hydration drinks are similar to maybe like a Powerade, these are much more similar to a classic energy drink like a Red Bull.
There is one exclusive energy drink flavor in the US you can't get in the UK. It is the original. That just was announced this week.
Oh, really?
Couldn't get it. Anyway, here are the rest. Yes, the UK also.
The only flavor that you can get right now, pretty much anywhere, at least from what I've seen, is the, you have to either get it, if you want all the other flavors, you got to buy the variety pack. But if you want just the singles in all the stores around here, especially in Alabama, it's just the orange and the original. Like, oh my God, I think I got like 6 originals in the fridge right now. But yeah, it's crazy. I wish they would hurry up because I love the Strawberry Watermelon and the Blue Raspberry. 100% Blue Raspberry is like one of my faves. And then the, what is it? The Ice Pop. That one's fire. What are your favorites, Jeff?
Most of them are similar to the hydration flavors, but there is a new one, Orange Mango. I'm a bit apprehensive about trying these because I don't drink energy drinks. I don't even drink coffee. I only drink tea. And I think one of these contains about as much caffeine as 3 cups of tea. So we'll start with Ice Pop. Chin Chin. I think that does mirror the flavor.
It blows my mind that there's people that get their energy from tea.
But I will say, it tastes better than like a standard Red Bull.
That's crazy.
Strawberry Watermelon.
Drinking tea is like drinking water for me sometimes.
They just kind of taste like fizzy versions of that. Here's the new one, Orange Mango. I get mostly mango. I'm not getting much orange from that. Yeah, not far off like a Rubicon. Tropical Punch is up next. Yeah, I think that one's actually improved by becoming an energy drink. Lemon Lime. You could give me a glass of that and a glass of Sprite, and I'd struggle to tell the difference, I think, because it is just, again, like a carbonated lemon and lime beverage. Blue Raspberry. I actually think for a few of these, just carbonating them has actually made them better. I think notably that...
I'm like testing, or really struggling with, their taste on stuff, because how the fuck could you say that Sprite tastes like anything else? I feel like Sprite has such of, its own unique taste. Like, there's literally nothing that I drink that I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of tastes like a Sprite. Like, never in my life have I said that.
That was the case with the Tropical Punch, and also to a degree, I think, Blue Raspberry.
One I could not get at the time of filming this was the Ice Pop Strawberry Watermelon, though. It's like sweet and tart. Orange Mango. Somehow worse. Uh-oh, so far not good. Tropical Punch, okay. Yeah, this one's good. Lemon Lime. Oh.
You gotta love Blue Raspberry. Come on.
Like Sprite. Blue Raspberry.
Sprite.
Ooh. Nah. Yeah, it's also like a tart flavor to it. That. I think I'm gonna rank it like this. Favorite was Lemon Lime. Really enjoyed the Fruit Punch. Blue Raspberry's like in the middle. And then these 2 I wouldn't get. I guess, wow, apparently the Strawberry Watermelon flavor, I'm just not digging. Now for the Orange Mango, which was the worst, something about it just tastes like an armpit.
Ice Pop, did not like that one, I'm afraid. Orange Mango, fine, but a bit too artificial, and there are, I think, better fizzy mango drinks out there in the UK. Tropical Punch and Blue Raspberry were both improved, I think, by making them fizzy. But I think, just in terms of flavor balance, Strawberry Watermelon, undefeated. One thing I will say about Prime Energy is that so far, when I've been tasting these, I feel like on the very rare occasions when I drink like a Red Bull or a Monster, they have kind of like a very distinct flavor to them, and even if you add flavorings to that, it's hard to mask it completely. Whereas I don't really get like a kind of distinct energy drink flavor throughout all of these. Most of them actually do just kind of taste like fizzy versions of the hydration drink. I think it's actually quite impressive. I think you probably could drink them almost as a soda. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I do think there's still some room for improvement with the flavors themselves. I think particularly down this end, of course. But in general, I think they've done a pretty good job with the flavors.
One product that we have exclusively here in the US are these
crazy.
Prime Hydration Plus sticks. These are like the hydration flavors we had, but in powder form.
I think the only reason why I hate these is because they're mad dull. Like it almost like dulls the flavor down a little bit. It's not as strong as when you drink like the real version of the Prime, you know?
I think you can get it in almost every.
But I don't think that's just a Prime thing. I think that's really any drink that has like a stick. Whenever you use like the stick or whatever, it just doesn't taste the same.
Single flavor. I got 2 for 6 of the crowd. Got 6 sticks. Okay. I mean, it looks lemon-limey too. I guess probably you're supposed to shake it up, and that's why you do a water bottle and then a cup. Because, like, look, it's all like globulating at the top here. Ah, very strong. I think I could have cut it with more water, but oh god. Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, this is obviously stronger because it's not as much water.
Sadly, the Prime Hydration Plus sachets have not hit UK shelves just yet. Although I can't say I'm too mad about that. I feel like just buy the drink, it's fine.
Hater.
The price of Prime can vary wildly depending on where or when you are looking. On the official UK website, a 12-pack of Prime Hydration sells for £24.99. That's around $31.82. The per bottle cost on the website, therefore, is just over £2.
In the US, that same pack is $29.99, or £23.56. So not much of a price difference. If you're not aware, Prime is a brand of hydration and energy drinks promoted by the influencers Logan Paul and KSI. The two have amassed a huge fan base online through various ventures on YouTube, in podcasting, music, and even wrestling. Now, Prime is manufactured by Congo Brands, a company based out of Louisville, Kentucky. Paul and KSI are the primary spokespeople for the brand. When Prime launched over a year ago, with KSI and Logan Paul putting their celebrity weight behind the promotion of the brand, it was a huge success.
However, due to the popularity of the drink, a huge reselling market has emerged. Prime came to the UK in June 2022 and was an immediate smash hit. On release, Brits saw teenagers queuing up outside supermarkets all morning to try and get their hands on some. Places like
That
Asda
video was
sold out
crazy.
so
They
quickly
were
that
about to like
implement a
scrap
3-bottle
people
per
over them
customer limit.
hoes.
Convenience stores realized they could buy Prime in bulk and flip individual bottles for a huge markup. Some, such as the TikTok famous Wakey Wines, achieved infamy when they were caught selling bottles or cans for as much as £100 each. KSI even had to step in at one point and scold resellers, saying that it was not ethical.
It wasn't as bad over here. It did fly off the shelves for a little bit, but I think it might have something to do with the resale.
I cared a lot about that, but at the same time, I didn't really give a shit because people will nitpick and complain what they care about reselling stuff for when they still will go and buy like a pair of shoes that are being resold for higher, or especially when it comes to clothing. It's usually always clothing. Like people will go buy like a hoodie or something that's sold out in the stores and somebody has it on like Grailed or some crazy website for like 5 times more than what it was. Like that's just life, bro. Like, hey, respect the hustle or just move the fuck on.
Value of these online was pretty good. I've never seen anyone drinking it, and to be honest, I got everything at Target and online, kind of no problem. Now, currently, the LA Dodgers limited edition bottles are pretty pricey on eBay. I'm assuming, once again, that has more to do with its scarcity than its taste.
You could
Even now,
definitely
as we
get
film
like
this in
any
October
flavor online,
2023,
that's
the
for
Prime
sure.
market hasn't exactly calmed all the way down. For some of the more standard flavors, the supply has now caught up with demand, and you're able to find them in most supermarkets for the standard retail price. For example, I was able to find the bottle of strawberry watermelon in Tesco for just £2. However, for some of the more exotic flavors, the only places you can find them are specialist candy shops or niche resellers. The only place I could find my bottle of Glowberry was at one of those weird American candy stores which plague central London. This one bottle cost me
£18.
What
I wouldn't
the
have paid
fuck?
£18 for a bottle of Prime, but you did expensive. So
Oh, that's
you didn't pay for it
crazy.
either. What is the most I would realistically pay for a bottle of Prime Hydration? I don't know, $5. You think 5 is high? How much would you pay? I've just been informed $5 is too high. $1.50? You can't get anything for $1.50. What are you talking about?
No, like literally, like $3.50, $4 is like that's about the highest I would go.
Fine. I would pay as much as Gatorade and Powerade and all the other aids are for this.
It's hard to find empirical evidence as to whether or not the craze around Prime has kind of died down, but just from anecdotal evidence, I really don't think it has. Even when I was out buying the Prime for this episode, I would see kids in the stores just taking selfies with bottles of Prime like it was a celebrity. I think due to the scarcity and the demand, it's almost become like a status symbol among certain generations of kids. It's a race to see who can get the new flavors of Prime the fastest. People will, I guess, empty them out and just use them as like water bottles when they go to school. And again, it's just kind of like a way to flex on your peers. Besides converting their massive fan bases into loyal customers, KSI and Logan Paul have also been able to translate this into commercial partnerships. Prime is now an official drink supplier of the UFC, the LA Dodgers, and Arsenal, of which I believe KSI is a fan, and they're also the official sports drink partners of FC Barcelona and FC Bayern Munich.
We've seen other influencers capitalize on their success in the food and beverage space. Mr. Beast, of course, has Beast Burger and his chocolate bars Feastables. Emma Chamberlain has her coffee brand, Chamberlain Coffee. Now, according to Paul, in the first year, the brand has cleared $250 million in retail sales.
Holy shit.
Here are all the ingredients for a Prime
like
Hydration Ice Pop flavor in the UK.
These are the US Hydration Ice Pop ingredients.
The ingredients are pretty similar overall.
Oh, wow.
The UK has
We got
slightly
less.
more coconut water, 10.5% compared to America's 10%, but ours is actually reconstituted from a powder, whereas America's is from concentrate.
Prime Hydration in both countries boasts zero added sugar, but does contain artificial sweeteners, sucralose and acylflame, no, that's not it, acylflame K or ACE-K. According to the Center for Science in the Public Interest, ACE-K raises health issues such as cancer, hormone disruption, and potential pregnancy risks.
Damn.
Per Healthline, there is also evidence suggesting that acetoacetamide, a compound formed in the body during the breakdown of ACE-K, may result in thyroid damage in lab animals.
Now, ironically enough, the lack of sugar may be an issue for the very purpose
Why the fuck are they
of
feeding
Prime
the animals
hydration. Electrolytes
this
play a
shit?
crucial role in making sure your body functions properly.
Animals can't even
When
eat
you
like
exercise
chocolate
or
cake
play
and shit
hard,
like that. What
you
the
sweat,
fuck are they
you lose not
drinking
just water,
Prime
but you
for?
also lose important electrolytes. Electrolytes are key to hydration, and Prime does contain electrolytes like magnesium and potassium.
But the low amount of glucose may impair your body from properly absorbing the electrolytes, as glucose is useful in transporting them to your cells. To be clear,
wow.
you don't need glucose to absorb electrolytes, but it does help. Prime Energy is currently in hot water with the media as well as the US government because of its perceived excessive levels of caffeine. Here in the UK, our Prime Energy cans contain 140 milligrams of caffeine. To put that into perspective, a grande coffee from Starbucks contains around 136. Energy cans in the US, however, contain 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is a 42.9% increase from the UK can. Because of this, Prime is currently experiencing a significant amount of backlash, resulting in some shops actually pulling it from shelves in order to protect kids' health.
In July of this year, Senator Chuck Schumer called for an FDA probe of Prime and said it was a cauldron of caffeine that posed serious health
Do
concerns.
they call caffeine something else? Like, can it be listed as something else on a bottle? Because I'm trying to like see how many. Oh, caffeine from all sources, 160 milligrams per can. Okay, so damn. So Prime has 40 more milligrams of caffeine than this full throttle that I'm drinking. That's crazy.
Concerns for kids.
That's why that shit be in, boy. That's why that
milligrams
be
of
in,
caffeine,
bro.
which is about as much caffeine in a six-pack of Coke. It says it right there on legally the smallest font you could put it in.
However, looking at the caffeine amounts of some other drinks currently on the market in the US paints a slightly different picture. Let's be clear, 200 milligrams in this can is a lot of caffeine. Pound for pound, it contains more caffeine than Monster Energy or Red Bull. But other American drinks such as Bang Energy or Celsius Heat contain 300 milligrams per can,
Holy
50% more than Prime. We don't have these in the UK. I'd never heard of Bang or Celsius Energy and they sound
Oh my-
terrifying.
One distinction that Senator Schumer is highlighting is that Prime is aimed at a kids market, despite the fact that the can says not for children under the age of 18. Now, if that is the case, Prime still isn't the biggest offender. G Fuel, a brand that appears to also appeal to kids, specifically in the gaming space, has several drinks with 300 milligrams of caffeine. They got flavors like rainbow sherbet, snow cone, hype sauce that contain more caffeine than a Prime, as well as celebrity branded flavors from PewDiePie and someone or something called One Shot Girl. Both have 300 milligrams of caffeine in the can. Where's the outrage for that?
Oh my god.
A bottle of Ice Pop Prime Hydration in the US contains all of this.
In the UK, a bottle of Ice Pop Prime Hydration contains the following: So in the UK, our Prime has slightly more calories, but less
Oh,
sodium.
less sodium.
If you grab
Is it
yourself
sodium
a
the amount of,
Prime
like,
Energy,
water
I
or,
have
like,
the
stuff that you,
lemon
like,
flavor. It
hold in?
contains all of this.
So it's actually better
In the
that
UK,
there's
the
less
same drink,
sodium,
albeit in a
right?
slightly smaller can, contains the following. So it's almost identical to America's, although we have a little bit more sodium. Charlie's correctly
I don't
pointed
understand
out
how
that
the sodium
sachets would be
works.
way better for the environment because you're not using plastic waste. So maybe I just hate the planet. I'm sorry, Greta Thunberg and polar bears. It's not personal.
So am I gonna make money flipping this on Facebook or what?
You probably would. No cap. Probably would make crazy bread off that hoe.